Boys? Right. Tricky day. Tricky day, in my opinion. You like the haircut? Appreciate you, bro. What's good, guys? What's good, Kill One? Alpha Wolf struggles. What's up, man? Hopefully you're not struggling, bro. Cut looks clean. Thank you, bro. Mid fade, no way. I had to get something a little bit more clean than normal. Appreciate you guys coming through. Good side tech. Terrace, what's up, brother? Nicklin BD, what's up? Demetrius, what's up, brother? Paolo, what's up? You get a cut? I did, yeah. I'm going to New York tomorrow, so it was a good time to get a haircut. Yo, I just realized something. Yesterday, we literally sold that high of day. My executions from yesterday. We literally sold at the perfect top. Wow, good for us. Very nice, very nice. Okay. New day opening gap, by the way. Cool. So, this is what I'm looking at. What's your bias? What's up? Clean up the beer too? Yup. Really? Yo, did just me or am I looking a little bit yellow? Put your mic volume up. Um, happy belated birthday. I have a cake. Cake? Birthday cake? I think I took a loss on our birthday. I look yellow, right? Someone said Chinese. Well, let's see what I can do about that. It's a bit better. I don't know. I have this phone app, Google Apartment. Now I've seen just kind of moved around my I got maybe I can change. It's blue. Blue lights are better. Is that better, guys? I did red lights. Red inspires losing. I don't want to do that. Oh, red is no way. Green's not bad. I think blue is best though. There you go. Oh shoot, which one was better? I kept changing. Dude, now I'm looking like a freaking tomato. Now I look like a tomato. That shit is bright, bro. Fresh cut, appreciate you. Believe it or not, this is blue. I don't know why it's so dark. I think it's because all the other lighting. What's up, brother? This is blue, believe it or not. I know it doesn't look like it at all, but it is. trading currently, but the Nasdaq looks zesty with purple. It's not purple. That's not even the thing. This is purple. I don't know why the lights are being so weird. I don't think it's lights. I think it's just the fact that I have like this LED light right here, and then I think that's what it is. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not here for looks, bro. We'll talk about bias. When is the giveaway for using your code? I'm gonna do it at the end of the month, brother. This month will be end of the month. Get a couple of winners. I thought it showed me that user code. I check on it. It's just coupons. What info do you need? Just message me on Discord, bro. Just message me on Discord. I'll take care of you, brother. On live where? Yeah, I'll do it on live stream. But I'll announce the winners in the Discord too. So if you don't have to be there for the live stream. Done trading for the year, probably coming back in January. There you go. That's fine, bro. About to use your code on Apex? Yeah, bro. 90% off. That's probably the only time I would recommend someone to get an Apex account when it's 90% off. Well, let's talk about the game plan for today. So dollar index, if you look at the daily chart, absolutely shitting the bed. Like we're going towards monthly lows at this point. Looks like we're inversing the monthly fair value gap, potentially going to October's low. Dollar's really weak. Okay. Take a look at YM. YM's actually looking pretty bullish, almost at previous day's high. So going into the day, I'm not interested in any shorts, but I don't want to aim for something too crazy. Previous day's high on YM, that's my main target for the day. On the Nasdaq, I like the new day opening gap right here, and whatever regular trading hours gap we have, which will also be inside new day opening gap. So just a return to imbalance. Maybe we get previous day high. I don't know. YM is a lot closer. In terms of economic calendar, yeah, nothing to worry about today. Just Thursday, red folder, 8:30. So regular protocol. I think we can keep going higher. It does look like a market maker model, yeah. Not the cleanest one, but if anything, it looks more like a sell model. This would be your original consolidation up here, and then smart money reversal. Either way, this is a safe target, I would say. So I like the opening gap with the target. Apex has 90% off right now, yeah. So if you ever were thinking about it, no better time than 90% off. Yep, I would just trade news with Apex. Uh, that's pretty much how you want to do it, I'll be honest. When is CPI? Let me see. Maybe I'll get some. Today, December 18th. You have NFP on Tuesday, so you could try twice, I suppose. The activation fee is also like 70% off or something. It's like $60 or something like that. I forget. I don't know the number, but it's cheap. Yo, Tuesday, December 16th, were they putting all the news? Look at this shit, guys. We're just putting everything on this day. We got the getting late on the Wednesday. There's nothing happening on Wednesday. Hourly earnings, retail sales, NFP on a Tuesday, PMI. Damn, bro. Clean cut. Appreciate you, bro. Well, pretty simple game plan for today. So this will be low hanging fruit. Right here. The best thing would be if we can just take along to here. I'd even try it early in the session. Equal highs. This is your market maker model in the 1 minute time frame. While these volumes so low, market 9:30 hasn't even opened yet. Good, Roddy. New corner, new corner, new corner indeed. That's exactly what it is. The first person to say new corner. Everyone's like, yo, new apartment? Bro, new camera small? I can, yeah, I know it's yellow. I don't know why it's yellow, man. I don't know what to do. No, I'm going to New York tomorrow, actually. So I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow yet. See. Yeah, I have the lights though. I'm gonna have to move them. I'll do that when I come back. I'm going to Manhattan. No, I'm gonna be taking a plane. You gotta get in the New York Stock Exchange and just follow the market makers. I'm actually going to submit my application. That's why I'm going. You guys are hiring. You know, I'm young. I'm very manipulative. I know where all the stop losses are. You guys need one more guy. See? I was live yesterday in the afternoon session because it was FOMC. What are you applying for? Market maker, bro. I want a seat on the NASDAQ board. Bring all you guys with me, bro. I'll be your insider. Don't worry. Every successful trader has an insider. No, that was a joke. I don't think you can even do that, bro. I don't even think market makers are like real anymore. I think it's just algorithmic. They just got some auto bot doing that shit. Think Everest will have a ring by then? I don't know if we'll ever get a ring, bro. Not on Minnesota, I don't think. Because who the hell is gonna stop the OKC Thunder, bro? These guys are set for the next 3 years, bro. 2 years at least. Discount code GATIE, GATIE. Appreciate the cheat code. Might be literally one of the best teams all time. Discount code GATIE. Game plan? I only want to look for longs, if I'm being honest. You have the Apex funded code? Yes, I have Apex, Alpha Futures, and Take Profit Trader. Currently not using Apex, but for 90% off, I might get a couple of accounts. Kind of like I was kind of finished doing evals for the year. Actually, I have one more that I wanted to pass, but to New York last week. No, I wasn't. Yeah, they lost to the Blazers. It was a weird loss too. They barely lost, bro. Barely lost. Not to mention J Dub wasn't even there. Send me a picture on Discord, brother. This might be a textbook sell side to buy side play. Textbook sell side to buy side. We'll see. Ooh, kind of scary, huh? Big candle. Market's cooked. We're crashing. YM's expanding higher though. Look at that juicy. I said juicy. Opening range gap. That's a big open. Taking out the RTH sell side. Did anyone click sell at 9:30? Somebody did. Cause damn, Trump farted or something. Your bias looking like right now? It's not really a bias, but I want to see if I can get a set up to these highs. I think dollar's moving lower with YM leading higher. Nasdaq can at least run these highs. More of an intraday objective. Hmm. Hmm. Or did that? I'm done for the day. Bang, bro. I wish, bro. I wish genuinely that that was just like TP. Then we're done. Just move on. YM just took previous day's high. Very interesting. YM took previous day's high. It was me. Why couldn't you tell us first, bro? It always be the ones that you trust most. If you didn't take the YM long to previous day's high, what are you doing? Waiting for 9:30, brother. What happened to PPI today? I don't even know there was PPI today. I didn't have that in my journal. All right, so it is an issue here, and the issue is even if we are bullish, getting along here is not going to be easy. So we're just gonna have to wait. Maybe we get a market structure shift. I feel like your beard grew overnight, bro. My beard is thinner than it was yesterday. I literally just got it trimmed. False information, misinterpretation. Are you facing the left side today? My camera's on the right side. That's why. And actually, am I facing the left? This is my left. I don't know. The point is, yeah, I would use 9:30. It's first presented. Are you on the Alpha Futures platform or trading you? I'm on the Alpha Futures platform currently. Why is there an issue? I don't see any issues personally. Yo, YM is pumping. Nasdaq is dumping. ES is sidewaysing. Rescato, appreciate you. Yeah, YM just going up. YM just took previous day's high. And higher. Getting his good side. It's actually not my good side, bro. This is my good side. I can't lie. Kind of unfortunate. Trust this low. Dollar is also kind of retracing, so ICT says you can't use the 9:30 candle. You haven't watched all the videos, my brother. There is an exception to that. This is heavy, guys. This is really heavy. Really heavy. Really, really heavy. It's the end of the world. Bitcoin dumping. Bitcoin, Nvidia. All stocks are down. Except YM, bro. YM is 0.4% up. Isn't that crazy? That YM can really be green right now. Video reaches 165. That's a buying opportunity for me. I would buy this CISD if it forms strongly, assuming dollar makes that lower low. Did we trade into a 4-hour gap? Hourly gap? Hourly bullish fair value gap. Regular trading hours sell side. I'd buy that CISD. We're gonna try early long today. Starting off with 1 micro, and then we'll see if we can add some in. Strong CISD. No fair value gap, but I like the hourly bullish fair value gap. I like the sell side sweep on regular trading hours. In with 1 micro, risking half R, and we'll see if we can add one more micro. Low, 96435. Call it 563. Dollar index making a lower low currently. YM pumping into oblivion. So good intermarket analysis, good narrative, good clear objective. 930 classic. Be good, except the setup wasn't the cleanest, but also not the worst. Like Nasdaq wants to make a lower low here. YM is going lower, which is good. Sorry, dollar index is going lower. YM is just pumping. YM is just going. Let me show you guys the YM chart. Like YM is, this is previous day's high. And YM's gonna hit all-time highs. YM's gonna hit all-time highs today. So interesting. My chart. Where's my chart, bro? Dollar index really going lower. YM really going higher. I think all-time highs is a drawn liquid. I say, yo, YM 0.26 point. That's in the crosshairs, man. YM all-time high is in the crosshairs. Obviously, we have this gap. If we inverse this, I may look to add a position. Otherwise, we'll stay on half risk. Huge wick there. SMT at the highs. Thinking about closing break even. Everything looks so good except NASDAQ. I think we're just gonna accept the half risk. I guess I'm not on my live account. We're just gonna accept the half risk. There's obviously an SMT. If you're uncomfortable, close it early. ES already taking out objectives. I'm hoping this is a six sister approach and NASDAQ just starts to rip. And I wanna risk on that fact. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Keep the stop loss at the low, and it's a really good risk reward trade too. So now it's too early. Well, I would disagree. ES is taking objectives. YM is taking objectives. Dollar is dumping. Nasdaq doesn't look like it wants to go. Bullish fair value gap on ES. We'll see if that absolutely rips through that fair value gap. Probably not going to hold. So we'll try again in the 950 macro. Assuming we get stopped, we don't know. ES looks actually really good if it expands higher here. YM still bullish, dollar still bearish. ES right here. Like unfortunately Nasdaq won't be able to follow through. Still bullish. YM is really close to previous day's high. 120. Last line of defense. Back inside that hourly fair value gap. I wonder if today's just a day where Nasdaq and YM do different things, like because I don't think YM is gonna turn lower, you know? So it may just be a day where NQ does its own thing or YM does its own thing. But what I'm not expecting is YM to turn bearish because YM looks really bullish and all-time highs are right there. And dollar looks really bearish. So it's possible Nasdaq just doesn't want to go higher today. Possible. Okay, Nasdaq makes a lower low there. I'm gonna mark out this. I would take a re-entry if we get expansion or we get yeah, displacement higher here, another CISD. This one closer to the macro. I may just buy that. Possible we were just souped. The body can close up here. We'll see where this candle closes. It's possible we were just souped. Not yet. Still inside that hourly. No fair value gaps in here, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna wait for the macro or wait for 10 a.m. because it doesn't look like it wants to unfold right now. It may not unfold at all, but if it does, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen right now. So unfortunately, it looks like YM is just gonna keep pumping, and we'll just kind of see. It's tough when the indices are super out of sync. So I guess there was intermarket analysis supporting the long. The dollar is weak. I'll let Nasdaq do its thing. See what it wants to do. I still really like the objective up here. Really like the objective up here. And then runners to new day opening gap. It may be hard to find a long here, but that's it. YM's almost at previous day's high or all-time highs. That's actually crazy. I don't think I've seen a day where like Nasdaq is this down and one other index is taking out all-time highs. Perfect delivery on YM. Perfect delivery. Very nice. Very nice. Dollar index consolidating as well. Yeah, gold pumping too. The reason gold and dollar and YM are pumping is because dollar's weak. Dollar's really weak right now. Dollar, like, look at the dollar chart. It's dumping. Would make sense for gold, Euro USD, Forex currencies, Nasdaq. They should be pumping. They aren't currently. Old backdrop. What's my old backdrop? New train location. Same location. Just moved my camera slightly. Right, strong candle there on. So if we get an inversion here, we have to respect the gap. If we get an inversion plus the ISD in the macro, I would buy that. This is really strong though, so it could just tank. So I'm not gonna, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping we can put in a fair value gap. It's been like kind of sloppy. Value gap is a good thing. It helps us frame direction. hard stuck trying to long because dollar is bearish, YM is really bullish. Actually got my flight today to Spain. Good luck, bro. Thinking with an easy short. There's not even a short model in here for me, so. Yeah, 50 minutes to last the rate. I'm just gonna keep the hourly and see if we respect that. It's still 13 minutes. Still 13 minutes. Good IPD then I buy? 13 oh, till 10 a.m. ES will probably take sell side. Did ES trade into the hourly? Yeah, it did slightly. Strong hourly bearish candle. It's really hard when YM's doing its own thing, so we're gonna have to be patient. Just gonna have to be patient. ES takes out sell side. Wouldn't really be a model for me here anyway, so we gotta stay patient now. I was leaning towards higher prices. Now I'm more neutral. The reason I was bullish because dollar is really weak. YM is about to take all-time highs, so I thought we would see that same expansion correlated to dollar and YM on the Nasdaq and the S&P after taking out sell side plus the hourly fair value gap. Looks like I was wrong, but we'll see. So give us some time. If this is gonna go lower, I really don't know where it's gonna go. Like on the daily chart, there isn't really the next objective would be here. Like in the grand scheme of things, want to go that far. It's possible. This thing's going. It doesn't look like it's coming back. Midnight opening price. I didn't mark that today because I was like, it's probably out of reach. Nope, not out of reach. Some sell side here. Lee, very, very bearish, very bearish, very heavy. Sell side right there. Bias now, neutral. I have to wait and see. Even if I was bearish, there's not going to be a shorting opportunity for me. See at least. YM will fail to take all-time highs. I don't know. We'll see. Go sell side below true day. Kind of crazy to even consider a long right now though. I make 1900 on my first trade on alpha. Um, Eva standard. No short for me. Time EST is London session 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Eastern time. That's London session. YM could shift bearish here. It's possible that we just fail to make all-time high. YM 5-minute chart. It had a pretty solid down close candle on the 5-minute. Dollar index retracing higher. Day is here. I wouldn't take this, but it's not worth it at all. You could look for a short there. The better short would probably be gold or YM. Gold or YM would be a good short comparison. Be a good target on gold. Low of day. I think gold will just go lower. I think gold is the better short. In terms of everything to look for, I think gold offers the best risk optimal setup. Or YM, but YM is iffy. YM is doing its own thing. Continuation entry right here if that's your model. Just depends what your model is. I think the rejection block will do anything. I think gold is gonna dump. Like this would play. Although you want to target on gold, but if dollar is gonna reverse from here, it can go. It can definitely go if dollar is gonna reverse. Don't really have a clear target on Nasdaq. Well, there's low of day. Right, there's low of day. Low of day is always a decent. Okay, YM enters 5-minute bearish fair value gap, dollar. Sorry, YM 5-minute bullish fair value gap, dollar 5-minute bearish fair value gap. $9.55. I don't even think I would trust that market structure shift. Unless the dollar starts again tanking. It's too far down. There's no key level. See. For now, we just watch. Another Sibby. Low of day sell side is there. Blue line. Turn into org today, huh? Alpha max is 3. Yeah, I think they're gonna make it 5, but again, who knows? I think they're gonna what you think they're gonna not sure. Interesting. Sorry. Like dollar will inverse the gap on the 5 minute maybe. And if it does that, max has 4,500 per week with 3 accounts. If you go alpha zero, yeah. But if you go standard, it's 15,000. Asian lows, yeah. Low of days, not a bad. It's not a bad short. Not a bad short at all. Just depends on your model. If you short inside the fair value gap, where you put in your stop, etc., etc. Your views on negative RR trading. It's not the worst thing with prop firms, but don't do it with live capital, in my opinion. Sibi, this is sell side imbalance. It's just a classification for a bearish fair value gap. I'm planning to do futures. Where can I account December and January as bank holiday? Yeah, you can still get an account though. It's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna stay on Nasdaq. 10 soups is slow. Make 5 minute RB all long. Good luck. I do have a live account. I'm not trading it anymore in December. I traded it the first week. How can possibly be bullish on this day? Well, I'm not bullish anymore. If that's what you're asking. At this point in time, dollar was weak. YM was really strong. Sell side was taken. Hourly bullish. Relative equal highs left. New day opening gap. That's around 65% hit rate for 9:30 open. So really good bullish bias over here. One-time payment prop firms. I like Alpha Zero. I would say get the Alpha Zero. Future Zero. Dollar index rejecting off the 5 minute SIBI. I think YM could pump here. Weird. Everything's out of sync. It's hard to know which one will lead. Well, obviously Nasdaq's leading shorts. But in terms of dollar and YM, higher, dollar lower. Interesting. Project X, I love Project X. Yeah, the gold tail looks good. I think we'll see that final push now. Sell side liquidity, low of day. If it gets SMT'd, which it will, maybe. Maybe. If dollar starts to, that would be a crazy manipulation. But if dollar starts to expand higher, sorry, lower, it'd have to reject this 5 minute gap. Currently, dollar is moving higher, so still bearish narrative. 10 a.m. is here, so I wonder if I ever make a model, like an adjusted 930 classic model, shorting the first. I like these kind of moves. You'd have to learn when this fair value gap will hold, and it won't go into opening range gap. Usually, I don't want to see that, but there are times where it just does not go above 9. Like I think I actually did the statistic. I think it's like 15% of the time. NQ specialist, yeah, you're wrong. You didn't watch all the videos. Yeah, no, you're wrong. No offense. You didn't watch all the videos. No, I'm telling you right now, straight up. You didn't watch all the videos ICT posted on first presentation. Unless you're learning first presentation from someone else. Take it back. But if you learned it from ICT, yeah, no, you're missing information. Appreciate you. No, 9:30 can be the first one if it's a single pass down and it takes out regular trading hours sell side liquidity. That's why I marked out this blue line. Brother, I'm telling you, there's no point in going back and forth. You're missing information. There's a video ICT posted 2024 mentorship. There's a specific criteria for when the first fair value gap at 9:30 candle is your first presentation. And that's if we open single pass into regular trading hours liquidity. That's regular trading hours liquidity. This candle, single pass down. That's your first presentation fair value gap. There's one criteria. That is the criteria right there. I'm not gonna label it as that because I don't wanna. I don't want to explain that to every single person. Yeah, the way I like to think about it is if it's there on the 30-second, for example, you go to the 30-second time frame or a 15-second time frame, you'll see a gap that's in actual, that's what, gives me mind. So I wonder, like, just, I wouldn't have been bearish at that time anyway, so. Anyways, maybe a 10 a.m. protraction model here from the 5-minute, possibly to the sell side, if it wants to give me a little piece of the pie after taking an early long. Dollar is expanding higher, so it makes sense. Although, we don't really have to go lower, if I'm being honest. Protraction, yeah, right now my vision is potential protraction model short from the 5-minute silver bullet idea. The thing is, like, so out of sync. I feel like the best long would be a YM protraction model long. It's really hard to say. For now, we just wait. I think it's gonna be like an if this then that kind of day. Appreciate you. Look like Ticino? Yeah, some people have told me that before. I know Ticino. I actually love Ticino. I used to watch him all the time. YM goes up and Nasdaq goes down. No, they should move it together. That's why this is a little bit difficult for me. And YM's really bullish. So we'll see. There's definitely not fully synced up today. The thing is, if we are going to be bullish, we don't have to worry about taking a long anytime soon because we can easily find something here or here. Because if it's bullish, we know where it's going. It's going to take out these highs, at least 930 high, but then up here and maybe up there. So there's a lot of room if we're going to reverse. So we don't have to be looking for any longs right now. Pink box, 5-minute Sibi. I'm potentially scouting a silver bullet protraction model. Although the 15 minutes forming, usually I like to wait for the 15, but in a case like this. Okay, there's the 5-minute. Gold took out minor sell side. I mean, let me see something. Technically, I mean, we did take out the bulk of the liquidity lower. Like, this could be a reversal. It's hard to say. For now, I'm still bearish, though. It depends what dollar does. No, right now I have an idea of a potential silver bullet short. Silver bullet protractor model short. We'd have to inverse this. Maybe an SMT here would be nice. Easier to trust the trade. Otherwise, that's a breaker. And that could really provide higher, that could really send, if we get a full breaker in here, I don't know, dollar hasn't inversed its 5-minute gap. Did dollar trade into a 15-minute SIBI? It did. Dollar's inside a 15-minute bearish. So if dollar wants to make a lower low, YM goes to all-time highs. This breaker long makes sense. And if YM inverses that gap, honestly, I might just take the long on YM. The 5-minute protraction model on YM. Reward on that. 84 points. You could squeeze out 2R if you get an entry on the 5 minutes. So we're just going to wait and see what that does. YM looks bearish. Sorry, bullish. YM looks bullish. Breaker. Crazy potential. At least until YM all-time highs. Dollar's expanding lower. Dollar rejected heavily off the 15-minute bearish fair value gap. This could be a reversal. Really deep. For now, we're just going to watch it. Index moving lower, YM moving higher. I like the YM long. I may try the YM long to all-time highs. 50 seconds on the YM candle. If I can get decent risk to reward, I can get 2R out of it. I'm going to try the YM long. 5-minute chart. Try the YM long to all-time highs. Sec 2 trades in YM in December. Wow, look at me, man. I'm going to try this YM long. I'm going to keep the NASDAQ chart open. Whoa, why does it keep doing that? Where's my annotations? Oh, I'm using NQ1. That's my mistake. I'm going to try the YM long. YM long to all-time highs. You know what? Should I put the YM chart on? I think YM can go to all-time highs. So YM, 5-minute protraction model, 5-minute bullish for value gap, 5-minute inversion. Respected the 930 protected low. Dollar's really weak right now. Looks like it's gonna make a lower low on the day. And all-time highs right there. All-time high in the crosshairs we shoot. I don't know how high NASDAQ or ES can go, but I do think YM can take all-time highs. So our second ever trade on YM. End of the macro, but YM want to give me that juice. I'm in longs on YM. You guys want to see the YM chart instead? I don't think a lot of people want to agree with that, but This is what I'm looking for on YM. You guys want me to keep the YM chart open or the NASDAQ chart? Like most people want to see the NASDAQ chart. So 5-minute inversion play on YM. Up at 50% of the order block here, and then target the buy side. Oh, everyone wants to. Okay, I didn't know that. In the future, we'll just keep on what we execute. Like most people want to see the NASDAQ. They don't have real-time data. Feels good when you're done after market open. Yes, it does. You'll notice dollar index. Oh, so I gotta move everything around now. You'll notice dollar index really weak right now. To see. ES, look at ES, guys. Almost at the all-time high. The buy side objective for today. It bounced off that level. This is exactly what we were anticipating today. Dollar index, lower low. So everything's about to reach its first target. The buy side high of day on YM 4877. That's right here. And then obviously want to see speed through that. Dollar index almost at low of day. Alternatively, so dollar index. If you look at the chart, I'm not going to switch through, but if you look at the dollar index chart, it's about to make that lower low. ES about to take out its higher high, and Nasdaq a little bit falling behind, but it is moving. You think NQ will go down? They usually move together. I don't know how high NQ can go. NQ may go up and then fail at a level and come back down. But what I do know is YM, all-time highs, we shoot for the crosshairs. We follow the very simple rule, and that is if we see all-time high on the 1-minute chart, those is the 5-minute chart, but you'll see it on the 1-minute chart, we shoot for it, right? We shoot for it. Get above this high, move the stop here. In fact, I'm going to do so now. I'd want to see this stay open as a balanced price range until the buy side is reached. So this specific price range from here to here. Whoops. I teach you guys why this is a balanced price range. This price range from here to here, we delivered sell side through it all the way through, and then buy side through it all the way through. Once we leave that, it's all balanced out. Could it come back? Yes, but you don't want to see that. In fact, I think we'll go with stop at the PR there. That's really low risk anyways. So dollar index looks good, moving lower lows. Dollar index looked at moving towards its lower low. YM looks pretty good. Just gonna stay on the 5-minute chart. Someone said 15-minute juicy candle on Nasdaq. Oh wow, that is a very that's a good way to put it. I ain't gonna lie. Apex pays, of course, bro. Apex one of the richest firms out there. You want to see NQ on the right? I kind of need to see ES here. I mean, it doesn't matter to me because I have monitors now. No, but on a real though, like I can see them all at the same time anyway. So you guys let me know which setup. If you guys want the main chart to be the execution chart always, we can do that. There is micro YM, yeah. There's micro for every futures. I think so at least. Getting YM since I was always open to it. I just never really had a reason until last week where I was like, trade YM, you know. Dollar index likely to make a lower low very shortly. Nasdaq, 5-minute bullish for value gap on Nasdaq. You can retrace into that, maybe move higher. Is it too late to enter? I would buy maybe the 5 minute gap on Nasdaq if you wanted. It depends how high you think this can go. If you think this is, it's not the best trade because YM's the weakest asset. There's a chance that YM goes, okay, yeah, Nasdaq go, let me catch up, you know. But there's a chance. What I'm trying to say is there's gonna be an SMT here very shortly, most likely. You decide if you want to go against that and you think it's gonna break, then okay, you can buy. If you don't think that, then you probably just missed it. You don't want to force them. There's gonna be more trade opportunities. Hopefully YM makes this easy on us. We left equal highs. Stop here at 318. I want to give this enough room. ES is, let's go on the 1 minute chart here. Yeah, I like the stop here for sure. You'll notice the gap right here. That can be supported until the buy side delivers. I would expect so. You see ES expanding higher, speed. Nasdaq expanding higher, speed. Dollar index 5 minute bearish fair value gap. Did NQ tap the first presented gap? I don't know. No, not yet. No, that's not the first. The first one would be the one at 9:30. I know, I know. You didn't watch the ICT video. Okay. It's the first one at the 9:30 candle. Very clearly today. Like it's not ambiguous today at all. It's that one, according to ICT. You recommend toss up? Yeah, toss up's a great option, man. Have to close above. It doesn't have to be above RTH sell side. It has to engage into RTH liquidity, and it did do that. Any properties that are good where it ain't a monthly subscription? I would go funded next. That's the only one I know of. Funded next, you pay one time, no activation fee. This is your RTH sell side. Opened up, single pass through. Single pass through. That's why this gap created here is your first presentation for value gap. Keep this on the 5 minute chart. CVA making annotations today. It's the candle, 9:30 candle formed the gap. You think NQ doesn't want to take out H? It doesn't need to. Why am I not looking for that? Because dollar is really bullish. Sorry, dollar is really bearish. YM is leading longs. And ES rejected perfectly off the level that I would have anticipated. So it looks like we'll make higher highs. You know? If you took the trade on NASDAQ, we're about to enter a 15-minute premium city. Is that the 9:30? Yeah, so 9:30 high. Wait, that's not 9:30. That's 9:45 high. YM had so much volume the entire day. If it dies out here, I can't be mad. This is YM. Yeah, see, this is why I don't want to make the flip. This is why. This is why I rather just do this. Because people have no idea what's going on. So I'd rather just do something like this. Say you got in around the breaker. I guess most people want to see YM. So, did anyone else take this on YM, or is everyone in on Nasdaq? YM and Nasdaq. Yo, this guy. Look at this guy. This guy's smart. That's the shit I'd be doing too. That's the shit I'd be doing too. Take a micro on each. Yep. What I like to see. Yo, fuck the haters, bro. Everyone who said stupid bullish guy. Y'all don't know shit. Today's my day I get to talk because tomorrow I may not be going live. Shit, Gatie. Yes, sir. ES reaches the objective. If I was in on NASDAQ, I would partial. But I'll just let this one go for you guys. We're up pretty good. Oh, I forgot to trade the freaking eval. I'll pick another day. I'm trying to slowly switch to 100K or 150K accounts. Go live. You guys want me to go live tomorrow? I will go live tomorrow. Fuck it. You guys convince me. Alright, you convince me. You convince me. Tomorrow I have a flight. I have a flight at 11 or 12. I'm going to New York. I'm gonna try my best. Worst case scenario, 30-minute live stream. I force a trade in the first 30 minutes. I'm joking. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I have an eval actually, so maybe we will do that. New York tomorrow, guys. I need to figure out. Listen. Everyone on TikTok. I need you guys to come to YouTube next week. Just next week. I'm not even trying to pull you fully. But next week, if you watch me on TikTok, come to YouTube. If I'm going to go live in New York to trade, it's going to be in YouTube only. I won't be able to stream both because my MacBook has OBS Studio. I actually have to go live and do work. It's technically a business trip. So if I don't do shit, they're not going to give me the tax write-off that I want. So I got to do work. I can't listen on YouTube without turning it off. Wait, what do you mean? Who's they? The CRA. You live stream outside the stock meeting? I'll try. It's gonna be cold though. Yeah, so I will enjoy the trip. Obviously, I have, my girl made a itinerary. Oh no, I don't think the TikTok trolls will come. They're just gonna go troll somebody else. But there's a lot of real people from business trip with my girl. What can I say, bro? The write-offs are multiplied by 2. What can I say? I just be the restaurant bill, multiply that shit by 2. Double the write-off, bro. They don't know who's with me. Um, it's a W tax write-off. Everyone should do that. Is your girl an employee? She doesn't have to be. Who's your girl? What do you want? What information do you want me to give you here? Who's my girl? My girl's my girl. Wondering if you have any tips on paying taxes. If you're in Canada, I can give you a lot of help. If you're in the US, I think it's a little bit different. Keep track of all your expenses. The best thing you can do when you start making around 50, I would say like 80K, open up a corporation. I have mine set up for next year. This year, I'm just going to have to pay a fat bill because I didn't know I was going to make this much money this year. No, not 80K a month, bro. In the year. We've been together for 2 years. 50K in payouts the last 2 months. Uncle Sam is going to come for you. NQ, what's your greatest? What's the tax rate? It's kind of weird in Canada. Like, I'm going to be paying like, okay, like, how much am I going to be paying? I'm going to be paying around like, it's weird in Canada because I have to pay I have to pay taxes for being self-employed. Why can't I find you live on TikTok? I don't know. I am live on TikTok though. Canada's fucked. Yeah, it's fucked. You earn mostly money from trading? Yes. More than half. November made cash? Yo, November made me money, guys. I'm not gonna lie. You can squeeze a bit more. Yeah, you can squeeze a bit more. I'm happy. I honestly, I kind of sized up on that trade, so. Nope, I'm out. I'm in Canada. I'm in the UK. It's not. Yeah, it's not much better in UK. In fact, it may be worse. UK. things are just more expensive there, bro. Shit like gas, freaking subway, that's just expensive there, bro. Cars, insurance, it's crazy. But we do Canada does pay more in taxes. Bro, Canada has the most taxes of any country. Not the most dollar amount like percentage, but like they tax everything here, bro. You breathe air, yo, we're taxing you. You can't just be breathing air, bro. You're taxed. You're done. You can't be breathing out here for free and shit. You fuck with the new setup? Thank you. I like to hear that because yo, clean entry, huh? That's it. We're YM traders now, bro. Right? Yeah. Oh, Europe taxes. I'm sorry for you guys. Completely. We'll see how much higher this goes. I would run a fib like this. zero point 0.5, that's the first level. So 4859 right there. If you're the runner type. What I really like as an objective, listen closely. New day opening gap on S&P 500. I think that's a very easy objective. It's going to get there in the next couple minutes. So this could spike up. Nasdaq could spice up to 930 high. Percent you paying. It's weird. It's not like necessarily a percentage. The way it works is you pay a percentage federal, you pay a percentage provincial, and then I have to pay a self-employment tax because I'm self-employed. So I'm gonna be paying in terms of how much money I made in total. I mean, bro, gonna be paying 33% of what I made after expenses. That's what it adds up to. Like my right, like 35% at the end of the day. If you add everything together, you willingly want to live here? Hell no, but I can't leave. Alberta is better, yeah. I actually may move to Edmonton, believe it or not. That may be something I do. Yep, I wouldn't be making an LLC. In Canada, you don't have to make an LLC. That doesn't help you. You want to make a corporation. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I have an accountant, but ChatGPT is better. Canada is beautiful. You're in Edmonton right now. Loki sucks. Yo, you messaged me on Discord, bro. Don't you forget, because I'm actually serious about considering Edmonton, but I don't know any. But my sister lived in Calgary for a bit. Message me, bro. YM's the third indice. So there's Nasdaq, S&P 500, and then YM. I think it's the Dow Jones. Bro, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Just use ChatGPT Premium. You're from Edmonton, yo, I'm not joking. I need you guys to come through. If you live in Edmonton, message me on Discord, please. I got a bunch of shit to ask you. I still think there's a little bit of room for higher. New day opening gap on ES. That's my main target. So I'll switch to the ES chart. I'm just gonna put this up here for new people. This is basically the trade that we got, right? Something like this. So I think this new day opening gap is a target. What is a minimum requirement to start a corporation? There is no minimum requirement, bro. You just go online, you pay a fee, then you go to the bank, you open up a business account. But you want to like I don't know, you want to be making a good amount of money so that it's actually worth it. You know, paying less in percentage as a self-employed person compared to America. In Germany, you pay 25% plus 6.25 and then 25%. Yo, shout me out, Ryan, for sure. 100%, I'll come to you, bro. Yo, Ryan, you know I'm gonna meet Toxic, bro. It's gonna be weird, bro. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna meet my first ever like student, I guess you can say. 59.75. Your stop's here. I'd have my stop here if it was me. But you have to take something off. If you're in one contract, you don't have the luxury of holding this trade. You know? This is buy side, man. You don't know how low it's gonna go, or so keep that in mind. Short soon. I wouldn't look for shorts yet, personally. Dollar index still has a little bit lower, assuming it's gonna take that low. New day opening gap. I like the probabilities of new day opening gap. The reason you entered YM. The reason I entered YM, it's super easy this time. Because all-time highs was right there on YM. All-time highs were right there. So I had a very clear objective. Yes, open on both tabs. My apologies. Do you guys want to see NASDAQ or YM? I think NASDAQ would be more beneficial at this point in time. Because you guys want to see how high it'll go. So we return back to, yeah, first presentation for Vega. We left equal highs. That's why I think we can make a higher high here. And like I said, new day opening gap ES. That's a really high probability objective before 11:30. So again, before 11:30 is quite some time, but you wouldn't miss. Gonna say thoughts on Finland having every person's tax report earning released every year. You can just search anyone's name and see how much they made. Yeah, bro. I guess that's the boyfriend scanner, huh? You just find your boyfriend on the tax website, see how much they're making. First criteria. Tough, bro. How you gonna pick up someone like, what's your name and last name and tax number? I'll let you know if we can go on a date next year. The boyfriend scanner. Come and visit Dresden in Germany. We have the famous Straightsel market. I actually have family in Germany, so it's possible that I would go. Germany's a pretty beautiful country, if I'm being honest. I am a little bit intimidated, though, if I'm being honest. I'm a little bit intimidated by Germans. I feel like they would not make me feel welcome. I feel like they probably don't like other people coming in, if I'm being honest. Well, you know what someone should do? Someone should make a dating app for like middle to high class people only. Like you have to show your income. That shit too. Someone should. That's a good business idea. For understandable reasons, they don't like it. Yeah, it's understandable, bro. Germany is full of immigrants. I do know that's true as well. It's full of immigrants. That is true. I mean, yo, every country is, bro. Gaddy, when the first window of like today is stronger or not necessarily? I'll say this much. Because it was such a strong single pass candle, is it stronger? No. But does it have more significance? Yes. It's more telling, you know? It's more telling. I will definitely visit UK one day. That's gonna happen one day for sure. They already have that app. My bad. No business idea. What's your bias? I was bullish today. And then here, I started questioning everything, and then it became a little bit more clear once we got that breaker. I just traded YM because YM was the easy long. Wouldn't you guys agree that this is the easy long on YM compared to everything else? YM was bullish. It retraced. 5-minute protraction model with great risk to reward. Can you get a better target than all-time highs? No, you cannot. That's why I traded YM. It doesn't get easier than the YM long. I didn't know how high NASDAQ was going to go. It was already acting up. Look how low it went. 15-minute bullish for value gap. 10-minute. There are 10 minutes right there. So 10:30 might do its thing here. Otherwise, 10:50. Think of shorts. I wouldn't look for shorts yet. If it was me personally. I wouldn't like to see these equal highs if I'm shorting. I wouldn't like to see the new day opening gap right there on the NASDAQ. Or sorry, the S&P 500 is right there. I wouldn't want to see this 10-minute fair value gap that just formed and we're trading into it without taking out the high. We're from the 15-minute Sibi, so it's possible, you know. I think the main objective was taken. NQ short and longs. I don't know. For me, there's no short setup here, really. Unless you took a here to here. That's the only kind of clear one I see. But come to Florida. Bro, listen. The only reason I don't want to go to Miami, bro, because that's just not really the lifestyle. Like, yo, Miami's crazy, bro, but that's not really my lifestyle. I just want to, like, stay in and shit, you know? I want to, like, walk around, take pictures of, like, shit. Like, New York's a good trip for me because I'm gonna do a lot of walking. See Manhattan, Brooklyn Bridge, Financial District. Like I feel like Miami would be like a phase, like a 1 week phase maybe. 1 week phase. Cause yo, listen, I'll be honest. You go to Miami, guaranteed your motivation goes up 100%. You can't go there and then not become like super ecstatic and being like, yo, yeah, Miami's full of traders. Scotland is the best place for golf courses and hiking. I don't know if I can come to Scotland, but I don't golf, but I do want to pick up golfing. I'm going to New York for 1 week. 1 week, Friday to Friday. So I'll be missing 5. I'm going to try to be live on YouTube. I'm going to tell you guys what it depends on. If the place I'm staying at has the capabilities of me going live, I will go live. If it doesn't, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my trading session and post it on YouTube. The whole session. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe it would corrupt my soul. That's what I'm saying. So either way, you'll see my trading session. My YouTube is GatieTrades. If I do go live, it's gonna be on YouTube only. If I do go live, it'll be on YouTube only. Yeah, I'll read Discord general chat. But if you have a question for me, just message me on Discord. I'll reply to you eventually. Listen, genuinely, I'll reply. Are you flying in PJ? What's PJ? What if we want to copy trade you? I mean, shit. I'll put a signal in the Discord. I'll be honest, next week's price action might be kind of tough though. Unless NASDAQ closes really bullish today. Yo, PJ stands for private jet, and you guys all know that? Who the hell says that? What? I guess I'm not him. I took the trade on YM. I didn't take the trade on. Everyone knows that, Unk. Who the hell says PJ, bro? Come to Birmingham, 60% chance you get stabbed? It, I'll just come looking homeless. What do you think about longs at 255? Give me the candle time number. Which minute? So CPI full port possible? It ain't just possible. It's happening. We're copying accounts. I don't know what firm yet, but I'm doing it. We're gonna do it. How many top set funded do I have? I don't even remember. I haven't opened it in a while. Maybe I don't think I have 5. If I don't have 5, then what a full porting CPI on. Maybe I'll go for 5 top sets. I don't have 5. Your last trading week. I need 2 more days. The only week I wouldn't trade is Christmas week. Last year, this next week was actually pretty good price action. Let me show you guys. Last week, this year. What am I saying? Last week, this year. Last year, but this week, if you go to December 2024, it wasn't the worst. Ready? Look closely. It's this week right here. You saw some pretty good price action. I mean, it was down the entire week. So Monday went up, took all-time highs. That's a lot of, look at that volatility. That's a 1,450 point week. That's a solid trading week. December. And then the last week was, even the last week was not that bad. Christmas week. This is last year. So. Q's failing. What's good today? What you talking about? I'm just talking to chat now about my trip tomorrow. NQ 1 minute 10:12. Oh, perfect entry. Where's your stop loss? At the OB? If you put your stop loss at 10:10, you're him. Because that's exactly what my model says. I talk about this. This is only real ones will know. I talk about this setup all the time. I rarely take it. It's entering off a 1 minute OB protraction model with stop loss at the OB. it's a risky trade, but the risk reward is so high that it's so profitable long term. But it sucks to take trades like this. No, I'm not even joking. Oh, you did that? I do it sometimes, but it's rare. It's rare. Your life, you're putting your stop loss on the line of one candle, but it's really good precision, and that's my model. That's my protraction model. That's the OB with the fair value gap. This is your protected low. Shouldn't trade to the OB low. If you want to be crazy, 50% of the OB. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've never done that. But if you want to be crazy, bottom and taking and top taking doesn't have to be catching the bottom of the move. 7R. That's not me though. But that is technically my model. But it's really hard to take it like this. It's the same thing right here. You could have done this. Could have done this trade too. This one's not as good risk reward though. I'm in shorts. What you say was a good draw? This low right here. Is there a 15-minute gap? Yeah, good draw. Bro, if it was me, I'm giving my honest opinion. That low. That's the most I could ask for. If you want to be smart about it, you take this. Okay, this low. Why this one? Because it's in discount. So it's a safe target. Low-hanging fruit. Dollar index just made a lower low. Let me take a look at YM. YM still above all-time highs. You work with OTE Golden Pocket. I don't use it, but I know when it's there, and I'll use it as a confluence. Yeah, CPI, I'm probably going to full port. Listen, Apex had 90% off. CPI is coming next week. I don't think it's a coincidence. That's all I'm going to say. Time to trade in the afternoon. 2 p.m. usually. My question is, what do you think about how I close my contracts? What time did you close? Sorry, let me scroll back up. What time did you close? How much is Apex? Bro, you can get an account for, I think, 50K account is like 15 bucks. If you really want, you can get 25K. It's not the worst. I know people who get payouts with 25K. Yeah, they know how to bring in the money. 1 minute. Yo, like realistically, I ever go for 20? No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Take profit trader is enough for me. Usually like 2 p.m. Is Apex 50K better than Alpha Zero? Depends what your goal is. Is your goal to scale into infinity payouts? Then yeah. Is your goal one simple, easy payout every week or every 2 weeks? Then Alpha Zero. Yeah. Alpha Zero is easier payouts, but it's not as scalable. Alpha Zero is a beginner-friendly account. Listen, if you're trading with Alpha, you start with 0 and you scale up, right? I mean, to be honest though, if you really want Alpha Zero, man, you can get 4,500 every single week. That's kind of crazy too. That's not even like you don't even need more than that. 1 minute I closed 2, then left the runner. You closed the one here. You closed here at 10:12. Top step's not bad for $90 either. You ever have pals in PO3 Canada? Nope. I've actually never had an issue. Maybe because I'm an influencer, but I don't know. Look at my message. Apex activation. I think it's on sale too. It's normally 140. Right now I think it's 40 bucks or 50, maybe 60, maybe 70. When we're comfortable with swing lows, I agree. Because that's your protected. It's your protraction low, and that's what I study. You entering soon? Oh, we already took a trade. I don't think I'll take another one. If I'm being honest. That's the trade we took today. Thank you, Self. Yo, if you shorted that first fair value gap, nice, bro. Nice. Very good trade. Alpha Standard. Alpha Standard is what I use. That's my favorite account to ever exist. Ever. Beautiful account. It's the perfect account to just get your trading going. YM's going to make a higher high. Yes, likely. Dollar index lower low. Still looks bullish. Yo, buy one, get one free. Still live. Buy one, get one free. Alpha Futures. 50K standard. You can walk away. Set up January with 3 fundeds. What I would do, get 3 fundeds and then don't trade them. Just trade the evals, Alpha Standard evals. You can have infinite evals, yeah. There's no limit. Um, Buy one, get one free, 10% off. Try to get 3 fundeds and set up yourself for January. I'm still trading my Alpha Futures accounts. It's because I want to take a payout in New York, but see. Started to trade YM. I've always been open to it, believe it or not. I just rarely do it. I don't know. It just so happens, bro. Today and last week we took a trade on YM last week. Took a trade today on YM this week. What can I say, bro? Why did I do it? It was just crystal clear to me. Now that I have the other monitor too, I can actually look at YM easily. Got 3 times 100K funded next yesterday. Is it best to just wait for January before trading? January? I usually do really well in January. In the last 4 years, January has been a really great month for me. Is that indicative of this January? No, it's not. But it's the perfect time to set up for January. Apex 90% off. Alpha buy one, get one. Now's the best time. There's no better time. CPI is coming. You don't even have to trade it yourself, man. That's all I'm saying. CPI is coming. News trading's allowed on Apex. I don't know anyone that, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I mean, there's people. If you actually want to practice trading, okay, trade the eval. It's super cheap eval. You know what? Another thing that kind of underlooked, people who haven't gotten payouts, you need to practice trading. Apex eval is probably the cheapest eval in the entire space. You get an Apex eval, it's so cheap. It's like 20 bucks, 15 bucks. Okay, if you blow it, who cares you blow it? You get a free account to trade with, to practice, to journal executions. You can improve. $20 cost to practice trading, that's worth it. That's worth the $20 investment. You know people that pass with CPI? Bro, I know people who request max payouts every single time CPI comes. How about that? Forget passing, bro. I know people who full port CPI every time and they always walk away with max payouts. I've never done it on a funded account. I've only ever done it once on evals, and it was the one time this year it failed. But I have an updated method that's a little bit safer. So, gonna do that. I took the one trade today on Miami. It's on the screen. What are the rules for payout on Apex? 30% consistency, 5 winning days of 50 bucks, and 8 trading days. And you need a buffer. So it's a slow and steady account. If you're going to trade Apex, your goal is to go uncapped. Or to get 20 accounts. Either or. Either or. You're either going to aim for uncapped payouts. That's your goal with the Apex firm. It's a scaling firm. Super good scaling firm. 20 accounts and uncapped. Choose your pick. You can go for both. I probably wouldn't aim for both to start, but if you got the money like that, you want to go 20 accounts straight to go to unpacked, you can do that. I would say even if you got 5 accounts uncapped, like you don't need 20 accounts. You can get 5, get them uncapped, go crazy. You're going to get 10. There you go. I don't know how long 90% off is. Let me double check. Apex Alpha buy one get one is still live. Yes. I guess we all took the same trade of LWs. I will tell you guys when Apex Alpha ends tomorrow. Apex. See, this is loading. Code is still valid. Yes. What's the activation for which one? For which firm? Might be going for Asia on NQ now. Rejecting off the buy side. That discount low we talked about on Nasdaq's taken. I don't know about. Oh wow. Yeah. Everyone got an opportunity today. Bullish, bearish. Yo, Myth, I don't remember you telling me what time you closed, bro. You said 1 minute. You closed the one at 10:12 candle? So the Apex 90% off. Uh, the activation fee is 65 bucks. It ends December 16th. That covers CPI, am I right? Yo, these guys are smart. December 16th is CPI day, right? No. No, that's NFP. Well, you can always get the account and hold it, right? It's not a big deal. You don't have to buy it on the same day. Oh, 1022? 1022 is perfect. That's exactly where I took a partial 15-minute Sibi. So 10 2 cards at 1022. Last one 1028. Yeah, I mean, if it was me, because the S&T, no, there's no S&T. If it was me, I probably would have held on to 1028 contract a little bit longer. Obviously, that wouldn't have panned out in my favor this time, but if it was me, I would have probably held like maybe stop loss here and aimed. No, honestly, with the SMT there and YM reached all-time highs, I might have just full closed. The way I would have now in hindsight, what I wish I could have done, get this guy out of here, was just full close the trade, YM all-time highs. You know, YM hit all-time high at like right here, 1023. I'm full closing the trade. Rating out of 10, bro, 20. You followed the model. You exited logically. You entered with no hesitation. You must have entered with no hesitation because you have to enter right here or you missed it. Stop was placement was solid. A really good target. Didn't demand it take out the high or the buy side. You took the objective when the other indices, met their targets. 10, bro. As long as you stayed composed, you manage your risk, took risk properly. 10. We took 2 trades today. Small loss, and I actually sized up on this winner. So taking more trades today. I won't take any more trades today. Not because I don't want to, but because I don't want to make any more money today. Just lost 1,000 due to moving my stop loss early. Any tips? Where did you move your stop loss? I need specifics. Okay, first things first. Listen, everyone in chat, listen right now. Everyone makes this mistake. So everyone in chat, listen. We're gonna help this guy. I moved my stop loss early. Okay, first things first. Don't judge your stop loss. Don't say it's early because it failed today. Tell me why you moved your stop loss first. That's the first thing. Did you move it because you were scared to lose the full amount? Or did you move it because there was actual logic that you did not want to see price come to that price point? Which one is it? That's key. That's the first thing. You hesitated 10-12. It's a hard trade to take. You have to go in right then and there. You could have went in 10-17 though. Deferred entry. Sometimes I do that. Like you hesitate 10-12, 10-17. I keep hesitating. What can I do to more? You got to see it more times. You have to see it play out more times. That's probably the best advice. The second best advice is okay. There's 2 reasons you're hesitating. Most likely, either you don't trust the system, or you're scared to lose money. Okay, those are the problems you want to solve. If you're scared to lose money, you have to ask yourself why. Are you risking too much? Do you have no money? Are you what's the why are you scared to lose money? Because you have to lose money to make money. You have to. You cannot avoid losing money. That's 1. 2, I actually like longs now. For people who are asking, 1050 macro protraction model. That's a really high hit rate. The only thing is, okay, I'll tell you what I would do. I would long. This is what I would do. I don't do this on stream, but this is how I trade my model. I would long this, and if it fails and inverse is lower, I would short it right away after. That's what I would do. Because it's going to be one or the other, most likely. If it consolidates, unlucky. 2 losses. But if it's going to move, you're going to catch 1. Start with the long because that's the first protraction model. Protraction long fails, means protraction model short forms. Take the protraction short. You get me? That's what I would do on... No, I don't do that on live stream because everyone hates. So I try to make sure everything's perfect trade. The only thing I don't like is when I see a tracer march with the breaker. Yep, 5-minute fair value gap. Macro, discount, OTE, inversion fair value gap, good speed, PO3 protected low, ES swept out the low, YM made a higher high, dollar index made a lower low, everything aligns higher. If it consolidates unlucky, yeah. If you're going to take a trade immediately after getting stopped and go the opposite direction, if the market goes sideways, you're cooked. Taking those 2 losses and you walk away, you come back the next day. But if it delivers, sometimes, a lot of times. So for example, here's a perfect example right here. Protraction model formed. Long. You hold it until it fails. If it fails, protraction model short. Why? Because it's either or, you know? It's if this, then that. If this fair value gap's going to hold, it's going to run the buy side. If this fair value gap's going to fail, it's probably going to run the sell side. Either or. No, everything's free. You want to learn my models? I would go on YouTube. If you want to, listen, I don't promote my models, but if you want to learn them, it's all on YouTube for free. If you watch those videos, I will help you for free. You just message me on Discord. If you ask me questions from my YouTube videos, I will help you whatever you need help with. Anything, bro. Anything you need help with, I will help you with if you ask me on Discord. But you have to put in the work because I don't want to waste my time. I would lean towards longs because YM's bullish, dollar's bearish. So the long is the better trade. Yeah, in my opinion. I am Arab, yeah. Yep, the video series is really good. I keep hesitating. Yeah, so the person who asked about hesitation and moving stop, is that person still here or did they leave? 90% off Alpha? No, it's 90% off Apex. 90% off Apex. And Alpha Futures has buy one, get one free. And at 470, how do I manage? I can't tell you how you can manage, but I can tell you how I would manage. 470. Bro, I'm break even and letting this thing go. That's it. That's what I would do. Break even and let it go. Are you down on the day? If you're down on the day and you can secure break even, I would do that too with a stop loss. Like, say if you're down and you put your stop loss here, then you're break even on the day. I like that. When is Alpha Futures BOGO? Today is the last full day. I could request 800 on TASA, but we'll leave 800 on my TASA account. What do I suggest? Mike, you're a really good trader. I would suggest you to build a buffer. Stay disciplined. Don't. Okay, I'll re-answer my question. If you think, Mike, that you can handle losing after knowing that you're eligible for a payout, if you think you can handle losing, then don't take the payout. Try to build a buffer. On Top Step, you want to build a buffer. You don't want to request payouts under 2,000. If it's your first payout, then I would always recommend you take it because the impact of missing your first payout when you were eligible, it stings. I wasn't able to recoup until a couple of months. I don't think it's your first, if I'm not mistaken. Either or, I think you're very disciplined and I know you're a good trader. So just, first of all, congratulate yourself. I want you to put it in your journal. Today I'm eligible for a payout and it feels amazing, but I know the money management tells me that I should aim for a buffer on this account. So I'm going to stay disciplined, win or lose. I'm going to go for the buffer and hopefully I can continue building this account. And if I blow it, that's fine because I'll improve from what I learned. You put that in your journal and then you go head on. And whatever happens, you're fine with. The code for BOGO, Gatie. If you want to use my code, it works. You know some good podcasts about trading? The Wisdom guy, he has a pretty good podcast. How much should I risk on a 50K because I keep getting stopped out? What? Yeah, Alpha Futures standard account. Alpha Futures 50K standard is buy one, get one free. I did take a trade today, yes. We're up on the day. It doesn't work? It should work. You probably have a space in there or something. Or just refresh. Everyone's been using it. Do you have a money management video? Yes. I have a very good money management video. I highly recommend you watch it. Is it because I already bought? No, it should work on limited times. My risk on a 50K, which firm and depends on. I've been fluctuating. My easy standard, I risk 150. Sometimes I'll risk 250. So anywhere from 150 to 250, in my opinion, is manageable. I think 250 is a little bit higher, but 250 is a little bit on the upside, but fine. Can you max cons on Apex once I get funded? No. You can do half the maximum. So if it's, what's the max? 10 minis? You can do 5 minis or 50 micros. Don't do 10. I mean, bro, 5 minis, bro. You're fine. 5 minis. What more do you want more than 5 minis on a 50K? Damn, we took the same loss. Well, hold on there, buddy. Take the full picture here. But yeah, I did take that loss, and I would take it again. It was a very good trade in my opinion. Very good speed, displacement, everything was aligning. 930 classic. There was no fair value gap, so a little bit red flag, but I like the trade still. It played out on YM and ES. So, Gaddy, what if you have a proven model and follow your rules, and you get funded and have a losing streak of nearly 2 weeks? The only thing that's keeping the account alive is risk management. Yeah, perfect, bro. That's what risk management's there for. The buy one get one free if a 50K standard Dakota, yes, it'll come up. I know it's hard to trust, but trust me, if you get a 50K standard, you put in the code, it'll just spawn in, bro. It's just gonna appear until Friday. You just enter longs. What do you think? I like it. Dollar still's bearish. Dollar still bearish. Top here. Yeah, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. What's the code? GATIE. Whoops. Take a trade at 1041 on ES. 1041. Okay, 1041. Had a stop. You took a short. Oh, you took a short. Your stop was here, and then you closed it early here. I'll tell you what I think that is. Because I used to do the same thing. Someone said it in chat, really said, don't be a dick for a tick, bro. Sometimes you just need to take the full loss. I'll tell you why. Because in hindsight, you didn't really miss much. I'll tell you what helps me. I'll give you 2 pieces of advice. One, mark out the levels you don't want to see invalidated, right? There's nothing wrong with price coming back to this fair value gap. The only thing you don't want to see in this trade is a higher high. So when I'm trading, I only look at the bodies. It forces me to wait for the candle. I only look at the bodies. Let the candle print. Stare at the body of the candle. Stare at it. You have a stop loss, that's fine. Let it get as close to, as long as the body, just focus on the body. Because this is a lower low. This is what you want to see. Returns to the fair value gap, projects away. It's sloppy. Why is it sloppy? It's 1046. The macro is not there yet. The timing isn't the perfect part of this. The timing's not. It's not the cleanest time-based setup, but it's there. It's a retracement to the low. So I would say my advice to you is mark out the levels that clearly, like, this is how you see Cam. You see this. I want you to shift the narrative. This is it right here. You see this coming up. You're gonna tell yourself. Don't tell yourself, oh, it looks like it's gonna stop me. You're gonna say, no, the trade is still valid. As long as we don't take this high, the trade is still valid for you, or for, whatever you're. You can get BOGO twice, yeah. Dakota, whose side are you on here, bro? Switching up here or what? The new camera view? I moved you from my left monitor to my right monitor. What graph is it? What graph is this? This is NASDAQ. No, because I think I'm going to do a cash giveaway this month. Little do you guys know I can write off cash giveaways. I didn't know that. I figured it out yesterday, so. If you use my code alpha, message me on Discord if you want to be a part of the raffle. Well, did you move the stop? Wait. Where did you move the... I thought your stop was here, then you closed early. Did a financial advisor tell you that? The ChatGPT premium account? No, I was filling out the T1 slip. I was looking at T1 slip. There's a portion for advertising. So if I promote my Discord, my code, my streams, and then I have a You know, like it's for advertising. Still think long is valid. I'm not filling out the slip. I was just looking at it because I'm trying to be ready. Bro, on funded next. Are you gonna take anything else? Probably not, but if I was, I like this inversion. I also like this inversion, so I probably still would be in that trade. Like this was the one I liked. I don't know. The stop place was not the cleanest. Maybe you go with the body low. You could go with a tighter stop. This right here, bottom of this gap. I mean, this is a balanced price range. You wouldn't want to see a trade into that, but you could even be aggressive. But then realistically, I'd move my stop here, so I'd be de-risk. So my stop would be here. So it's a de-risk trade now. And if we inverse, you can move your stop up and add. If long failed, I think I'm going to short. I would have wanted to see it form a little bit cleaner for shorts. Let me see if my model formed. Not a bad idea, bro. I'll be honest. It looks like it may get, like we talked about that. It's not a bad strategy to long the protraction and then short it. You have to be careful and expect expansion. I only took 2 trades today. You don't want to get caught into consolidation. So it's not the worst scenario. Maybe de-risk. You know, cut the trade by half. You take 4 micros, take 2 this time. You take 2, take 1. You took 1, go trade ES. Okay, I see what you're saying. So the 1044 width looks super. Were you in a long or short? Oh, it looks super bearish. 1044 width. Okay, so you were in a long. Oh, you were in a long? Wait, I'm confused, bro. Then you moved it to 1042. You put your stop here. So you were in a short. You were in a short and you got stopped out here. Ah, I see. Wait, you're in a short or a long? So you saw this, it was looking bearish, and then you move your stop to this fair value gap high? I have $0 in crypto. The Discord's free. It's in my bio. You're gonna have to click open in browser. Nice. The second trade was, I don't know how much R, but I did size up, so we're up good. Should the entire day range was put in an Asia session? I think low, yes. High, I don't know. I think the day opening gap is possible still. Come to Dubai. Still valid. I wouldn't want to be in the long still now that we took out this low. So for me, it would have been a partial loss if you took 1055 inversion. Or realistically, it could have been a break-even trade because this fair value gap, you can trail it there. You'd want to see this hold. This is a protraction model short. You don't want to be in a protraction model long if a protraction model short forms. Let's just say that. So the most recent model that formed was here. 10. That's a short. Oh, you got the buy one? Nice. I did. Did you anticipate before monthly open that Asia? Before minute? I was not anticipating Asia lows to begin with. Yeah. Um, the low of day in a bullish day, it has a good tendency to form at that time. But I also wasn't anticipating this much move lower. So you're in the protraction short. Good luck, brother. It's a good trade. If the market decides to go sideways, which it could stay range bound for some time, then you're in a tough trade. But if I put 2K cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and it crashes down, I will go negative. Yes, that's how. Like stocking up on evals, it's not a bad idea, bro. Take care, someone. Appreciate you coming through. If my account says 14 contracts, can I trade the daily or which account, brother? Is it Apex? How do I copy trade Project X? Settings, copy trading, leader account, check it, and then go follower account. Apex. So on eval, you can go all in, bro. On eval, you can go all in. On funded, you can do 7 contracts or 70 micros. So on eval, or on funded, 70 micros or 7 minis until you get buffer. Once you get buffer, then you can go back to 14 if you want on the funded. High time frame bias. Is this a decent plan? So you're gonna align with your bias. You're gonna wait for opposing liquidity to be taken. You want to wait for another confluence, but you need a breaker block. Okay. You need other confirmations. Okay, I see. Retracement tool order block. FEG5 continuation. Okay. Let's clean that up. What do you need to see? Let's say to go long, Cam. So you need to be bullish. Check. You need to see some sort of sell side get taken. Check. Now what do you need to see? Like, must. Or is that it? It can be just that. That's fine. Doesn't have to be more. How much I risk on evals? Anywhere from 500 to 1,000 on a 50K. Recently, it's been 1,000. I'll be honest. I've been risking 1K per trade. But before this last month, it's been 500. You trading again? Probably not. Did you win your trades? We're up on the day. Yes. How you avoid trading yourself? So you just took 1 trade. Some days you take 2, 3. So how do I know when to not take my trade? When to take my model? That's a very important thing that everyone needs to learn. My model specifically forms a lot. My protraction model specifically, even more specifically than my actual system, it forms a lot. There's a lot of protraction models in one morning session. You need to know which ones to filter out because my model forms. If you trade my model or your model, if your model forms a lot, like for example, there's some models, there's not that many breaker blocks in here. There's the breaker block here, which you would get in short here. And there's the breaker block here. You get in long. You could argue this breaker, you'd short here, would have been stopped out. There's 3 breaker block setups in the entire morning. But I have models that form a lot. I need to know. It's my job to know when to not take my model. How do I know? For one, the trade checklist. That's a very good indication. The trade checklist I have, if you don't know what that is, it's in the Discord. It's a section that every single setup needs to have these 6 criteria. That helps me a lot. Secondly, honestly, it's just a checklist because everything else is just the checklist. It's a 6. If I have the checklist, all 6 categories checked, it's a very good trade. I do have a video on breaker blocks. So Camps have breaker structure. So yeah, that's a very good model. I would say add 2 things, Cam. I would say add 3 things actually. So bias, good. Liquidity sweep, good. Breaker structure, good. You have 3 things. I would say add 3 more things. 1, key time. 2, clear objective. And 3, risk optimal setup. Meaning, it needs to be good enough risk to reward to take the trade. I would add those 3 things in my opinion. And realistically, 4, I would add intermarket supports the trade. I don't know. A lot of people don't have that. I will put all you guys on. If you guys keep watching my stream, you guys see me talking about dollar, YM, ES, and all of them at the same time. I'll put you guys on. Like, what's a breaker block? A breaker block's, I would say, the easiest way to put it is the strongest confirmation for a market structure shift is a breaker block. It's the strongest one. I took 2 trades today. We're up on the day, yes. Can you help me with an entry? Need 1 more for the day. If it was me and I needed to take a trade, I would go for this 50-50. Or I would win. That's what I would do. But I think this 50-50, it's a 1-hour trade. I think that 50-50 is more like a 60-40 in my opinion. Given the fact that order flow currently is bearish. Currently, it's going lower. Dollar index currently is going sideways. YM choppy. ES choppy. It's a 50-50. You can 60-40 maybe. We have the inversion here. The most recent CIST was bearish. respecting Sibbies, disrespecting Bissies, 50-50 trade. This is a 50. No, I'm not in. I was just, someone asked me, please give me a trade. If I had to, gun to my head, 1R trade, this is what I would do. It's not 50, it's more like 60-40. Because the order flow is bear, so you have a little bit favorited. Like, what's happened here? We went up, we broke down aggressively, we retraced, swept the high, broke down. It makes sense that we're probably more likely slightly to get a lower low. The reason it's 50-50 is because it could just go sideways, you know? Like, it could just do nothing. I click buy, generally just want to know if there was a quicker way. Issues you... Oh, I don't put this tool when I'm actually trading. I just click buy or sell. Just click the button, buy or sell. No, we didn't swipe the high, but I would suffice this as enough. It went up enough for me, you know. Back into the Sibby. No, we're not in this trade. No, we're not in this trade. Someone asked me if I had to take a setup, I would probably do this 1R 50-50 trade. What I would probably do is just wait for PM set. You have a whole other session. Wait for PM. You should make a video of every trading week and say how you're going to trade this week according to new setup. I made one last week. Did you see that one or no? Because I'm asking because I want to know if that format is what you're asking for. I use AlphaTix. I really like the platform. Easy copy trading for me. 522 safe SL. That's where I would put it, yeah. If you want to make that a better risk reward trade. But yeah, I mean it's safe. That's where I would put it. Is it safe? Again, this narrative is not clear. So you're kind of just basically betting on this trade idea that it may get choppy, but at the end of the day, it's gonna make a lower low before a higher high. Right? That's what you're betting on. That's it. That's all you can ask for, right? So that's why I painted the trade as a 1R. I'm not in this trade. I'm not in this trade. This was gun to my head. I had to take a trade. One more. This one's not bad. And you accept the outcome. 2 trades today, sir. Would you choose daily payout or 5 winning days from trade of 5? Okay, what's this downside? You watched the last week one, found it really good. I can do that every week. What do you use for video editing? I use CapCut. I have the premium version, but the free version is really good too. What's the best platform? In my opinion, it's Alpha Futures. You think I can skip ICT yapping in the video to try listen for everything? Which mentorship? I would watch it all, bro. Listen, I know it's tedious. Just do it all. There's a payout cap for daily payouts. I would do the daily payouts then because I don't usually go for super large payouts. Came from Jordy Stream. Oh, I love Jordy. He's a good guy, bro. 1.5 speed. Yeah, you can go 1.25 or 1.5 as long as you can still hear clearly. But listen. There's a very common mistake here. Don't watch ICT just to watch ICT. Your goal is to learn. You watch ICT, you're learning. You pull up the chart in backtest. You make your own annotations. You take notes. Learn it to learn it. Watching one video properly is better than watching a whole mentorship. You're just like, you watch it and you're done. You're not going to learn shit. You know? You got to sit there. You got to take notes. Pull up the charts. Make your own journal. Make your own journal. Yesterday, we met some of our weekly objectives. Correct. You are correct. On NQ, not on ES and YM today. Would you choose ES as a 6-year approach asset for tomorrow? Great question. Let's talk about the weekly outlook. So, if you guys remember, we had a weekly outlook this week. And a lot of our objectives, we'll start with the NASDAQ. So, the NASDAQ, our main objective, our first objective for the week was, it was actually this daily Sibby. And also, it was this buy side here. So, this buy side, which we took on... No, sorry, it was not the buy. Oh, it was previous week's high. We took out previous week's high on Wednesday. Now, I'll admit, I wanted to see a little bit higher. We were wrong about that. I want to see here. We fell short. So, weekly objective number 1, we were taken. We took that out, previous week's high. On ES, we also took out previous week's high on ES. So, that could argue as a weekly objective was taken out. I also want to see this daily volume imbalance. So, for me, if you looked at my weekly outlook, which we do together every day on Monday, and I make a video sometimes, the daily volume imbalance, that was also an objective for the week for me. If you take a look at YM dominated all our objectives. Oh wait, it was just all-time highs, sorry. So that was hit today. Most importantly, in my opinion, the dollar index objectives. Smash through. Dollar index, I had this fair value gap marked out. I had this breaker block marked out. And the sell side here and the sell side here. That was hit yesterday and today. So what do you do when weekly objectives are taken? If it's on Friday, you look for TGIF. If we have a one-sided week and we take out the weekly objectives, you look for a TGIF setup. So there is not going to be a TGIF on NASDAQ and ES, but you could frame one on the YM because YM actually did move kind of one-sided. So let's put it in. Let me put it in other terms. This is more easy. Dollar index, one-sided delivery. Monday, Tuesday up, Wednesday, Thursday down. Friday makes the low of week, maybe takes out this low, and then we see TGIF. Which means if dollar index is going to pull back, obviously NASDAQ ES are going to move lower. In terms of reaching these objectives that you say were not met, it depends how we close today. If we close anything like this, I'm aiming for previous day's low tomorrow, and then I'm aiming for TGIF move back inside the range. Because in the grand scheme of things, we're just going sideways on the daily chart. YM is expanding, but NQ and S&P, it's sideways. It's not doing much. So tomorrow, depending how we close today, I will aim for 1, previous day's low, and then 2, look for a TGIF. You have to make sure dollar index aligns. That's going to be my game plan for tomorrow. If dollar is going higher near the low of the week, then there's no TGIF. Dollar index will frame it because dollar index and YM are the ones that moved. So maybe tomorrow's a YM trading day. I don't know. TGIF is a move back into the weekly range. So YM this week went up, 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 up. Friday, we can expect potentially some sort of move down. This is a big market maker buy model on daily 2-stage reaccumulation silver bullet. Possibly, yeah. Very possible, man. Daily, you need to have like 2,000 growth and above into your max request. 1K max? Pretty low. K max. I mean, still think I would like the daily payouts. Yeah. It would just be that. I would use that firm for that. You know, I mean, and that's a daily payout, right? I've actually never gotten a payout with them yet, but I'm also waiting for 2026. So, are you still interested in trades today? I'm not going to be taking any more because I hit my profit target for the day. But, yeah. Yeah, Alpha has really good discounts. I'm sure they'll make another one for Christmas. I like the daily. Yeah. If you want a firm with larger payouts, just go to another firm. Let Tradeify or Take Profit Trader be the firm for daily payouts. Use another one for something else. Use Alpha for the bigger payouts, for example. Can you recommend the chronology, where to start studying, where to end, and go backtest? Okay. Are you still on the stream? I'll explain. I'll give you my advice. As someone who's watched every single ICT mentorship multiple times and backtested over, probably pushing near 10,000, but let's not even go there. Okay. You're a complete beginner. You know nothing. Assuming this. You're going to watch ICT, core content, months 1 to 4. Okay? 1 to 4. Then, you're going to watch ICT Forex series. It's 30 episodes of straight gold. A lot of people don't want to watch that. I think it's called Market Maker Primer, ICT Forex Market Maker Primer, something like that. I forget the exact name. Those 30 episodes will teach you the kill zones, the power of 3, bias, drawn liquidity, higher time frame, top-down analysis, everything beautifully. It's on Forex, but it's all applicable. Okay? That's if you're a beginner. If you know what a fair value gap is, you know the power of 3, you know the concepts, you want to skip that, you can skip that, in my opinion. You go straight to 2022 mentorship. This is where things get rolling. 2022 mentorship is absolutely golden. If you haven't sat there and watched it completely, not the no rant version, you sat there and watched it completely from start to finish, you took notes, and you made your own journal, This is the trade I took. That's the best. 2022 is golden. It will give you everything you need, foundation level. You can build on that yourself through other mentorships or your own trading. Once you finish 2022, you got to start backtesting. What do you use to generate your trades? I'm using a calendar at the moment. Honestly, okay, the I don't want to say this. The strategy that I'm gonna go with for 2026. Normally, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be using OneNote. I don't know if you have Microsoft 365. I'm gonna be using OneNote. So this will be my loadout. I want to make sure I don't leak anything personal here, so just give me a sec. Should be fine. Okay, so in OneNote, I can have a daily log, a weekly log, a monthly log, and a psychology log. I can always put in my weekly outlook, my bias, economic calendar. Uh, I'm not gonna put in charts here. I've decided to remove those. I'm just gonna put words because then I can reflect later with charts to keep it clean. So I'm gonna use this. This is gonna be for my bias. Sorry, my pre-market plan slash bias for the week, for the day, and any trades I take, and then the study. So 4 things: bias, trades, study, reflection. Reflection includes psychology. I don't care about P&L. That's all TradeZella stuff. So I also use TradeZella for P&L, for all that stuff. That's out there. I don't really care about that. I don't need to journal how much money I made. That doesn't matter. Um, for my goals, for my reminders, for my for everything else, I use a book. I'm gonna be using a book. I got this book from Amazon. It's a really good journal book. What's up, JDB? Yo, shout out JDB, man. This guy's always live. He's hustling. This book has like you can get like bro. There's like I don't know like 100 weeks of information you can put in here. It has habits, skills, to-do list, wins, losses, notes, the main goal for the week, this week's priorities. So I'm gonna say this week's priority. What's this week's priority? I'm gonna say risk management. What's my main goal? 2 A+ trades. I don't know, whatever you want to put in there. Then there's notes, and I can do this every single week for like 100+ weeks. So this book's really good. Um, you also have to keep in mind. So I only journal my live account trades now. I don't journal my funded account trades. At least not right now, because it's easier to stay organized. I don't journal my live account. My funded because you get one funded, you take a payout, and then the account gets blown, and you get another funded. It's you're keeping track of too many payouts. As long as you're keeping track of the executions, that's all that matters. So, what's the best answer for you? Journal. I would say you need 2 journals. You need one journal for all your executions. You can label it execution journal. Okay? You're gonna put all your trades in there. Every single trade, you're gonna put it in there, and then you're gonna reflect after. You like TJR? There's no reason to not like him. Today's price action was shitty. I really like today's price action personally, but everyone's different. I heard you talking with ICT on the kids' Twitter space. Yep, I did talk to ICT. It was very great. Trade scale is a good option. Yeah, trade scale is a good option. If you want to be simple though, yo, if you guys want to listen, journal on TradeZella, bro. TradeZella will keep track of everything for you. All your executions, all your risk to reward, your profit, all your accounts you can add to TradeZella. You can put text every single day. It's perfect. Everything is there. It's all perfect there. I like to write stuff for psychology. So that's why I use TradeZella only for like the numbers. I won't be live during PM session. I gotta go. I gotta pack. I haven't done any packing yet. Daddy, I'm 17. Want to drop out of school? Is that a good idea? You gotta have some money, bro. If you can get a job on the side, then yeah, it is a good idea. It's my opinion. Not like school's gonna bring you in money at the end of the day. So You drop out, get a job, and then trade while you improve. Do you guys like this new camera angle? Do you guys think it's better? I guess it's not as good when I'm looking this way, but I don't know. I like it. I gotta figure out the lighting. Maybe I need another light there. Also, whatever happened to that short that we talked about, the 50-50? You still be in it, yeah. It looks like it might get there. Oh, did you get edged? Just out of curiosity, did anyone take that 50-50 short and get edged at the low? Yeah, I need some lighting here. Cam should be bigger. I can make the camera bigger, but I don't like taking up the screen. Some bang. Some people took it hit one tick over. Oh, did the micro hit over? Micro made perfect equal lows. No, actually it's one tick. Interesting. You closed the tip. Nice. You just woke up. Good morning, brother. Once I pass the eval, I get funded? Correct. Want to take need more entry than Emma? You need one more? Are you the same guy who asked last time? Short? I probably wouldn't. You need one more entry. Are you the same guy who asked last time? It is the best decision, TP5. I wish I started then too. Gaddy. Almost went because I'm about 200 passing eval, so I might as well pass it. Okay. Do you want to know what I would do? Or do you want to know what you should do? You're not going to like my answer. So how much are you up today? Are you up 1,500 today? Or I guess 1,300? I'm going to give you the answer, bro. You're up 1,000 today. What account is it? Top Step. So you technically have $2,500 to work with. Okay? You're not going to like my answer. So you need 200 bucks. Let's say hypothetically you entered, I don't know, here. 2 micros. 2 micros. That's what you need for take profit. But wait, hold on. No. Don't do it yet. Please tell me you didn't do it yet. You're not gonna listen to what I would do. Now you have $2,500 to work with. You literally can't lose. You feel me? Now this is not good to do. This is not good. This would be 1,000, 2,000. So you'd risk $2,000 for 200. Hear me out. It's not gonna fail. But you could get screwed over one scenario. There's one scenario where you get super screwed over. The market goes up for the rest of the day and it closes somewhere here. But it's not the worst. It's not the worst. For an eval, it's not the worst. And if you really wanted to, you could do 4 micros and put your stop here and aim for 25 points. Listen, you guys think this is stupid, but it's actually not. It's strategic for evals. It's very strategic for evals. Or you can go vice versa longs. Listen, you guys do what you guys say what you want to say. It's an eval. You're meant to be aggressive. That's what I would do. Is that the best trading advice? No. But you want to be aggressive. Listen, what you guys fail to understand. Listen. Before all you guys don't even understand the most important concept here. Listen closely. When you make money on eval or a funded account, okay? When you make money, alternative would be like this. Let me just money to work with. So he's up $1,000 today, right? He's up $1,000 today. If he loses that 1,000, he's break even on the day. The drawdown did not trail yet. He has a free $1,000 to work with. So if he's on an eval, why would he not be aggressive? Now I don't do this on my fundeds, obviously, because I don't want to risk the entire funded. But on an eval, I want to pass or fail in 2 days, most of the time, 3-4 days max, if I'm like actually going up. So yeah, I didn't say, yeah, this is not the advice I was giving him. I said this is what I would do. This is what I would. If I needed $200 more to pass, I wouldn't spam 1-to-1 R scalps, because if you lose one, now you need 400. It becomes harder. I would do this, and if I lost the account, it is what it is. That's me. That's what I would do. I'm aggressive. It's never failed me yet. I'm sure it will fail me eventually. You have to use your brain. Don't just be like, you gotta be smart about it. Like, or you do the same thing long. Like if you did it long, you're almost already at TP. You're done. You passed. Congratulations. It can be that simple. Money on the day. I wouldn't do this to start. Like this is only where, okay, you made 1,000. You need 200. 0.25 hour trade. That's all you need to pass. Your goal, like this is, you're putting the money aside. Your goal is to pass. You're throwing out logic. You're abusing the prop firm system. You get what I'm saying? You're abusing the prop firm system. This is abusing the prop firm. This is how you take advantage of the shitty prop firm rules. You do shit like this. Because guys, even if this fails you, it's not going to fail you 3 times in a row, 5 times in a row. Even if it did fail you 5 times in a row, does it matter? You're still going to get paid out. You're still going to be profitable. So, alternatively, what I suggest to other people, like the advice I give people, is look for a 1-to-1. Just look for a really good 1-to-1. Let's say you want to take a long, target this high, 1-to-1 would be like this. Risk 200 to make 200. If you lose that, now you have to make 400. It's a little bit complicated, but yeah, you should not do that. You should focus on my checklist. Right? Every single trade I take on live stream follows my very strict checklist. Hopefully, sometimes maybe I make a mistake, but this checklist, man, this checklist is everything for me. That's the smart thing to do. Stay disciplined, build good habits. Because remember, the thing is, your goal shouldn't be to pass the account, right? Remember that. Your goal should not be to pass. Your goal is not to make a payout. As soon as you start doing stuff like that, you're chasing the money. Your goal is passing. Your goal is making money. Your goal is payout. You're gonna fail. You can't chase the bag. You have to chase good habits. So, I remember the day when you didn't care to make $16 extra to get the payout the same day. Yeah, I still do that to this day. The other, I still do that to this day. The thing is, I don't even check. So, at least on alpha futures, I don't. Should be, how profitable are you? Compared to down in all time, I don't know those numbers unfortunately, but I'm up very good. If you wanna consider like money spent versus money out, this year was good for me. After I pass all that, will just be noise. I want to pass to prove myself I was capable of trading. Yes, you want to do that too. You want to make sure you pass without cheating. But to be honest, like the more you do prop firms, you realize that the whole system is flawed. Like you kind of need to trade prop firms. The only exception, really, in my opinion, is alpha, but it sucks. It's not like trading a live account at all. It's not that at all. What time you done? I'm gonna be done like right now. I gotta go pack. I appreciate you guys coming through to the live stream. Why are we always just going without taking equal highs and lows? Because think about it. When we set equal lows and highs, the purpose is what? Engineer liquidity. If the market doesn't move higher, again, this is like consolidation market. If the market doesn't move higher, there's no stop losses here. It's not really equal lows. It's only equal lows once we leave. right? Once we move higher, today we're up on the day. Today was actually my best day in December, believe it or not. That YM trade was um versus my TPB. What? The long right here? This one are at today's high or yesterday's? Okay, so if you're expecting a move higher, I think the buy side here is a great target with these equal highs. Can you review the YM trade? Sure. Let's do a YM trade recap and then we'll call it a day for today. Um, Another day. We traded YM today for the second time ever. I executed YM on live stream, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. It's the same reason as last time. The reason I executed YM was because all-time high was the drawn liquidity, and that was a very clear target for me. So, what was the trade I took? Very simple trade breakdown. We traded down into a bullish fair value gap. 10 a.m. open. This is the 950 macro. So we go down 950 macro. We get the inversion fair value gap. I entered off of the 5-minute balance price range. We talked about this on live stream. That this is a BPR. This is my protraction model long. So very simple entry, very simple logic. 5-minute bullish fair value gap, 5-minute balance price range entry. We're targeting the all-time high price point, which is a very strong, clear drawn liquidity. Very simple trade. The main confluence for this trade was the dollar index. You guys see me using dollar index more and more, so it's very, very important. Look how bearish dollar index was. That indicates strength for NASDAQ, ES, YM. So that's why I was looking for longs. YM had the clearest target, very good risk to reward. So I executed the trade on YM. Those are my executions, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. I'm not actually leaving. That was for the video. Gaddy, if I trade 14 contracts and make less than the 6K, can I trade more contracts or no? On the eval, brother, there's no restrictions. You can do whatever you want. Where do you set your stop on the trade? My stop. So originally, when I first put it, it was at the low here, the 5-minute, but I quickly moved it to the BPR low. So where should it have been? It should have been at the BPR low. Because it shouldn't even go back there at all, let alone trade to the bottom of it. But originally when I calculated the risk, I put it here. So yeah, longs equal highs or shorts equal low. I think longs because YM is just going. We left equal highs and lows, but overall I'm still bullish. I think so. Been in this forever. I'm still holding my gold trade. Oh yeah, whatever happened to gold? I guess gold must have went higher, right? Yeah. So it went lower when we talked about it. Didn't go too far. It's business. Did its business for sure. Protraction model 1003 long highs. Every single protraction model here formed and played out. Wow. Very nice to see that protraction model here played. Cool. What's your trade for today? You just missed it. I just did a recap. Where did you learn the protraction model? And it's my model, but I learned it from ICT's teachings. He didn't teach that model, but I use all his concepts. Well, boys, same longer 1, 2, 3. Nice, bro. When is PM session more volatile? PM session officially starts. The volatility injects at 1:30. That's where it officially starts. Um, that's where it officially starts. But 2 p.m. is a key time. Silver bullet. Yeah, I have all my videos on YouTube teaching it. Where would I enter? You have two options. I don't know which one's gonna form. This is how I would approach it. 11:50 macro. So it's a good time. Either price is gonna pull back to this 5-minute and move higher, or it's gonna rip these next couple minutes and you can enter right now like this. This is that aggressive OB entry that we were talking about. It has the breaker here, and it could rip in the next couple minutes. You could have a scenario where and if you get stopped and then this happens, you enter long again. That would be profitable if the second trade plays out. Maybe you half risk, still good risk to reward. Two or it's up to you. I wouldn't do it because it's going into. I mean, 11:50 macro is nice, but The hell? We got 5K likes? What just happened? I was literally summing up the stream. Appreciate you guys. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. I may or may not be live tomorrow. Depends how I feel in the morning. This candle immediately tells me to probably just wait for the 5-minute. Actually, it could work still. I don't know. I will see you guys. That was all you, bro. I will see you guys live tomorrow, maybe. If not live tomorrow, I'm going to New York tomorrow. So I'll try to be live before, but maybe not. But I will be posting in the Discord my daily outlook, the trades I'm looking for. And next week, I may or may not be live. I'm going to try to do YouTube lives. That's the goal. I have it set up. I have the laptop, OBS, YouTube loaded in. It's ready to click go live. But I don't know if I'll have a place to work. I'm not sure what Jordy's model is. I'm going to try to. The goal is to be live every day in New York for a morning session. We may have to cut the sessions early, like 9:30, 10:30 done. But I cannot for sure say I can be live. If I'm not live, I will record the sessions, post them on YouTube, and I will post my outlook and my trades every day in the Discord for free. Did we set more equal highs? No, we didn't. That's going to be the game plan. So I appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live. Maybe. Worst case scenario, it'll be sometime. But it's December. You don't want to be, enjoy the buy one, get one free. Enjoy the Apex 90% off. Focus on your evals. Take good eval trades. Prepare for January. I will see you guys in the Discord. Take care.